Hey everybody, happy Fun Friday. I'm out here enjoying nature again at my local fitness center. I just thought I would stop in once again and tell you what's on my mind. Had a busy week. Just still praying for the people that's been affected by the hurricanes. That's still a big issue out there, especially Puerto Rico. There's a hashtag going on social media out there, Puerto Rican lives matter, and just want to remind everybody that all lives matter. Okay, we can't forget about who we are. We are a beautiful people. We are people of diversity, people who we're strong in our own communities, we're strong as individuals, and we're strong together as we unite all over the world. We can't just stay isolated in our own little sectors, in our own communities, because the world is much bigger than that. People need to start realizing that. The sooner we start realizing that, we will be able to grow stronger. All over the world there's peril and there's tribulation and everything, and these are truly the last days we're living in. It's just terrible, but you can still be a light. You can still be have hope in your own life, so that's what I wanted to brush up on. Like, no matter what you're going through, just think about that, and if we go through it together as a people, whether it's in your families, your co-workers, your communities, the world that we live in, we're all connected, and we can help each other get through these hard times, is what I'm trying to get on. So on that note, I just wanted to just reach out to you today and just encourage you with that. Just let you know what was going on with me. Just same old. Just thinking about the things that's going on in the world and trying to live my life to the fullest that I possibly can. I've been feeling down about the things that's going on and personal issues in my life, but my strength is God, and that's my testimony. So he really does help me get through all these hard times. So whether you have God in your life, family, friends, whatever it is, you have to get through this life. And we have to I believe that we would make this world a better place if each and every one of us would just do the simple things that it takes to make it that way. We always talk about world peace, and we're always talking about how to make things better in our communities and how to make things better in the world. But if we just really stop and think about it, all we're doing is just talking about the things that need to get done. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Even God created the universe in 6 days. So things are not going to happen overnight, but I guarantee you it will not happen if we don't take the necessary steps to make things happen. So when you're thinking about what you need to do in your personal life, think about the changes that you need to make this world better. Think about things that you can do to make your communities better. Start with your communities. Start with your families, your home life. We have a lot of issues. This is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as well as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're wrapped up in the same month. So, but I want to touch on, since we're talking about domestic, your home life and things like that. Domestic violence is a very touchy topic. It's talked about. We talk about it all the time. We make people aware of it, but yet it still continues to happen. We haven't stopped domestic violence. We haven't stopped violence, period. But the more we become more aware of the more we become aware of domestic violence or violence in general, it just seems like it's just an awareness, but it's never a change that's being made. So what I'm challenging people to do this month is to to learn more about the signs of domestic violence, learn more about the signs of, you know, violence, period, just bullying, that's another issue, but just learn about these issues. Find out the signs. If you know that your home personally is in a ruckus, you go home every day, you don't have any peace, there's arguing, there's fussing, fighting, you need to break down these barriers. Something is causing y'all not to get along. There's something wrong with your life that you need to fix. So, you know, whether you have a drinking problem, a drug problem, you're causing some type of strife. But remember, drinking and drugging is only a symptom. It is not the root of your problem. People who have drinking problems, who have drug problems, they're just using those things to cover up real issues that they are not addressing. So that can be another reason for domestic violence. So what we need to do is really we need to be true with ourselves. You know, Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. So, you know, be true with yourself and look inside yourself and say, hey, what is wrong with me? What do I need to do to change? And that will help make your communities better. That will make your family life better. Help stop domestic violence and all these things. And, you know, domestic violence is a very touchy topic, like I said, and it needs to be dealt with. We have small children in these communities and these families that are being harmed by domestic violence, and it really needs to be addressed. So get out there and find out. If you suspect that someone in your area or in your communities is going through issues, don't be afraid to speak up. Talk to them. If they don't want to talk, especially if it's a dangerous situation, don't be afraid to call the police. They'll call you a snitch. They'll call you that. You know, that's the word I hate the most. You know, they use it in the communities. They use it on TV, everything. Oh, you're a snitch. You know, if someone would have snitched, that person, your neighbor, would have been alive today. Your family member would have been alive today. You know, your friends would have been alive today. But nobody, the police can't do anything. We always talking about the police don't work with us and they don't work in our communities. But you have to open your mouth. You don't worry about them calling you no snitch. I don't worry about that, because that's how evil, you know, all it takes for evil to prosper is for good people to sit there and keep their mouths shut and say nothing. Okay, that's what the threats, you know, the name calling you a snitch, and oh, I'm gonna get you snitch and all this. But if you don't snitch, then it's gonna be worse. Okay, and it'll be better for the evil, but it'll be worse for the good people. The good people, the innocent children that get wrapped up in domestic violence or gun violence or drug, you know, gang banging and all that. You know, that affects our world, that affects our society and all this stuff. I know I'm going on about different things, but, you know, I'm talking about domestic violence, gun violence, gang banging and all this stuff. But it's all violent and it's all affecting our society. But your family life especially, you need to get a hold on that on those issues. Domestic violence, you need to really get a hold on it. Don't be afraid to stand up. A lot of people don't want to tell on their family members, because you don't want to mess up that relationship, but you have to. We have to do something to make changes in our homes and in our communities. That's where it starts. Okay, better homes, better communities, that makes for better cities, that makes for better states, and that makes for better United States, makes for better world. Okay, so if we're going to affect the world and we're going to be effective, we got to start first, we got to start first as individuals to work on ourselves, branch out to our family members, our close friends, and our communities, and work within our communities to make changes. If you live in a community where there's violence, whether it's domestic violence or community where, you know, people, gang violence and drugs and all this, don't sit there, don't blame the police, don't say, oh, they're not doing enough, because when the police come to you and ask you what's going on in your communities, they need you to speak up. You live there. They don't live there. They don't know what is going on, but you do. So you cannot expect the police to do anything if you are not going to do anything. You have to speak out. So that's what I'm thinking about today. And, you know, I just wish that you all have a wonderful Friday, you know, fun Friday. And, you know, I hope, you know, enjoy the rest of your weekend, but really start thinking about these things as you go into the, you know, as you go into the weekend and as you go on for the rest of your lives. This is your lives. You have to live your lives, and we all have to live in the world and be a part of the world. So we need to find out, starting today, what you're going to do to make this world better, and what you're going to do to make your life and the others, your family members, your loved ones' lives better around you. So that's what I've been thinking about this past week as well, along with my busy schedule. So, you know, feel free to share your comments. Feel free to join in the conversation. And once again, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, people. Until next time. Bye.